I don't really think there's like a life plan for people, or there's like an overall life thing. So what do? You just must enjoy life as much as possible. You can't all be heroes or war fighters. You just got to go out there and live for the moment. We all can't live for the moment every day when we've got kids and mortgages to pay, so why not do it when you're young? My mum got a new boyfriend when I was in year 11, and it started off really, really well, because I didn't really... My dad was always a dad to me, but he was never really a hands-on dad. He was never someone there who'd see you on his football games or anything like that. He wouldn't really take a keen interest, and my mum got this new boyfriend called Billy, and he was kind of like a new dad to me in a way. He was there as a father figure I never really had. And then, start of lower sixth, my mum started not acting herself, and this was about 3-4 months build up of things going missing, her never leaving the bed, saying she was ill but knowing something was up, but because it's your mother you don't really want to, you know, jump to conclusions. I think you always put it behind you. You think, it's my mother, it's fine. Like, things go missing, you think it goes missing by accident. So this happened for like 3-4 months, and one day I was up London, came home, my mum was in tears, and apparently her boyfriend Billy was tried to beat her up that night, and she kicked him out of the house and the police arrested him, and it all came out that he was a massive heroin addict, and she apparently found out on that night, and it was kind of like, whoa. Just like, I know I've always done a little bit of drugs in my life and stuff, but heroin's just, I have no idea about heroin. Just see it on train spotting, just see a bunch of skag addicts hanging around, and just like the lowest of the drug in my eyes, from what I've been seeing portrayed on TV and stuff. Yeah, it was kind of like, whoa. So he got arrested that night, and my mum tells all these stories about how she found him doing heroin that night, and he told him to get out of the house, and how that night he said he was going to come back and kill the kids and hurt her, and so the police arrested him. Walked past the house, there's lights on in the house, and we see Billy up in the bedroom. We're like, fuck do you do? So we ring the police, and the police came through the door, and I picked up a baseball bat which was by the door in the house, like I was going to do anything, but I kind of gingerly followed the policeman up the stairs, just kind of like creeping behind him, and then he's in the bedroom with a beer, and they say, can you come with us, Mr. William Oliver? And he goes, no, fuck off. He smacks one of the policewomen in the head, and one of the policemen batter him in the head. There's blood everywhere. They arrest him, they take him out of the house. Next thing I know, as they see him put him in handcuffs, so I take my mum out of the house and my little brother and take him down a little side alley and say, you guys stay here till the police are gone. And so the police take him away while a couple stay and chat with us. And I keep my mum downstairs while I take her mattress, which is covered in blood, and turn it on the other side so she doesn't have to see all the bloodstained mattresses. The first day where everything kind of all fell apart was my 18th birthday. Dad calls me and he goes, did you get the card? And I was there like, yeah, thanks Dad, that's a real good birthday. Trying like not to sound ungrateful, but just kind of like, oh, thanks for the card, thanks for saying happy birthday. And I was like, what are you going to spend the money on then? I was like, what money? There was £150 in there. I gave it to your mother to give it to you. No, there wasn't. There was no money in there. Turns out she stole all the money from the card. A couple of days after that, it all came loose that she was, the whole time before, she was doing heroin with Billy. All these lies about how she found Billy doing heroin and she kicked him out of the house, it was all lies, and she was doing it with him things. She was stealing all my stuff, she was selling all my stuff. She was selling all my clothes, she was taking all my dad's money, saying it was going to the morgue and stuff, and she was just smacking up. And it was, I don't know, it just felt my whole world was crushed. It was the only person I've ever trusted properly in my life. I mean, I trust my best friends with all my heart, but your mother's your one person you trust. And I just felt gutted, just absolutely ruined. And she tried to justify it, which really angered me more than anything. She used to be an alcoholic, and she justified it by saying once an addict, always an addict. By saying being addicted to alcohol left some sort of hole in her system of wanting that extra addiction to be filled. I'm sorry if if I was addicted to alcohol, I don't need to start heroin. It really angered me, the fact that a 48-year-old woman who had 3 children would ever think about going on heroin. In a way, the first time in my life I feel she won't go back on it.
What makes you think that?
I still have that image of my mother as this iconic woman, this idol to me. And no matter what she's done in the past, she'll always be represented in that light in my mind. If you ask me, just forgiveness is the greatest virtue of mankind. But it's not easy to forgive. And sometimes you're very lucky to forgive. And sometimes you want to forgive, but you can't.